Lachlan, tell us what's going on inside.
I didn't leave to get here on time about 45 minutes ago. When I was leaving, the decisions were going against Trump.
And we're here, and it's just my colleagues are reporting the same at the New York Times, that most of it has gone against the defense this afternoon.
That Merchan is ruling on these jury instructions, and he's mostly ruling in favor of the prosecution.
In favor of the prosecution. Yeah.
What does that mean?
I mean, there's so many different rulings, some small, some big. For instance, the issue of do you have to intend to do something solely to interfere with the campaign, or if you partially do it for the campaign and partially do it for Melania, is that sufficient? The answer is the latter.
Right.
And so,
which you told us before this even started.
Yeah, well, that's the law. So I was not. This was not. I'm not a genius. I would have been surprised if it went the other way. But and so he's going through lots and lots of issues like that. It's one of these things where it's like, you either, if you follow this and you like it, go to law school. If you follow this and you're like, oh my God, don't go to law school, because it's pretty nerdy stuff. But it is really important, because this is what the jury needs to know. We have to find facts, but against what standard? What do we find facts of? What's the intent that we need to find? So the judge is going through this. I think he's going to issue his definitive decision with all of the language on Thursday, and that allows both sides then to know what will the jury be told by the judge is the law, and then they can craft their arguments knowing what the law is going to be given to the jury.
And you have an important note about this, what they'll be told to determine as it pertains to the underlying crime of election interference.
Right, because again, there was this conversation about, in order to step it up to the felony, that you had to prove that there is an underlying crime. But it was questioned because it was never explicitly stated in opening statements, though the prosecution alluded to it throughout the trial, that they were going to be honing in on the efforts to influence the outcome of the election, which would be a violation of New York election law 17152. And part of that language there is the explicit part about influencing the election through, as I'm going back to my own notes, through unlawful means. And the question was, what does unlawful means? And the defense team for Donald Trump wanted to make sure that it was articulated that unlawful means you're alleging another crime to a certain extent. But what Judge Merchan said here just in the last few minutes is that it is up to the jurors to determine what unlawful means, that there does not have to be an explicit definition. You don't have to prove that he violated tax laws of New York or violated FECA, the Federal Election Campaign Act. Instead, it's up to the jurors to sort of take that unlawful term sort of on a more ambiguous route there. And so that was one potential hiccup for the prosecution in having to convince the jurors that, again, that unlawful meant almost something else, so almost a third tier of proving their case.
I mean, and it gets back to the importance of the last piece of testimony being the most crimey that Trump acted in these emails, as described by Rudy's lawyer. I want to read more from the last thing, the last testimony that the jury will have heard in this case from Trump's only witness. There was a paralegal, but his only real narrative witness. This is from the cross. Hoffinger asked Costello about another email Costello sent to Michael Cohen. Quote, I spoke with Rudy Giuliani. Very, very positive. You are loved. If you want me to call, I will give you the details. I told him everything he told me. Rudy said this communication channel must be maintained. Sleep well tonight. You have friends in high places. Some very positive comments about you from the White House. Costello then confirmed in his cross, friends in high places definitely referred to President Trump. Quote, yes. I mean, you have to decide if Trump committed crimes. You have to decide if Trump was behind the cover-up. You have to decide if the 10 checks that Michael Cohen went through, one check at a second check, third check, if that cover-up was from Trump himself. And the last thing you heard was a guy on Trump's side saying, sleep well tonight.
So, Nicole, let's just step back from the trial. This is I'm thinking of like everything you've been saying. Nothing's new in Trump world.
Correct. There are no new stories.
This is what he's been doing throughout the Mueller investigation. Right. I tell the story about Rick Gates sort of being pushed and pulled in the sense of this was like, do not cooperate. You could get pardoned. We have your back. All of that was being done. You see it now with Michael Cohen. This is like a classic example that with Trump you see over and over, which is you want to keep these people closer and you want to make sure they do not flip. This is the head of law enforcement in our country saying, you know what, do not cooperate with law enforcement. If you are innocent, you think that the conversation would be, go in and tell them everything you know. Matter of fact, this is a great thing. Let them know exactly what you have in your head. I mean, this is such devastating evidence, and it's exactly the way you behave if you have something to hide.
I'm going to read a little bit more. I'm almost to the end. Hoffinger asked about another email. Quote, our issue is to get Michael Cohen on the right page without giving the appearance that we are following instructions from Rudy Giuliani or the president.
That's so devastating.
What? I mean, the last thing the jury heard before whatever and I hope they have a fantastic Memorial Day, but the last thing they heard was from Trump's only witness, quote, our issue is to get Michael Cohen on the right page without giving the appearance that we are following instructions from Rudy Giuliani or the president, which means we're following instructions from Rudy and the president.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, that is so devastating. And I just think the jury also, I was thinking about them this morning. They had to live through the Costello thing. They were asked to leave twice. And then they came in for 45 minutes this morning after all of that. I mean, the impression that they're left with at the end, they're not only sitting with Costello, they had their date shoot up for 45 minutes over this. And I come back to something Andrew said that I think is really important. There's one thing not to put on a defense, and you can explain that you know, we're done.
We didn't have to.
We didn't have to. But to pull up a witness, it's powerful that this is, you know, there was two, but this is really the only one you had. Like, I watch a lot of Law and Order, and I know this wasn't good. They're saying, look, this is our defense. And I think the jury could read it that way. I think a lot of people are normal, like people like us that are on juries, would read it that way. And I just think it was just a real miscalculation.
What happened today should be taught in law school. Hoffinger sliced and diced Costello.
Right.
Yeah.
It really should be played, and if it could be replayed, but it should be taught in law school. It was incredible to sit there and watch it.
There's more. I'm sorry. Who invoked nerds? I'm becoming one. Hoffinger asked Costello about an email from Costello to Michael Cohen. Quote, please remember, if you want or need to communicate something, please let me know, and I will see that it gets done. End quote. I mean, I'm your guy, I'm your channel, appearance of, I mean, it's all in black and white.
Hang them by their own words. I mean, it was
That's
just
what she did.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was clinical. It was precision. It was almost like I was like watching a surgeon just meticulously and you got to remember, like, this is what they were trying to do with Michael Cohen. They were trying to undermine his credibility. They were trying to take every swing the defense was, and they didn't really land any blow. Yes, ma'am. He just kept cool, calm, collected. But Bob Costello absolutely bottled it for the defense.